Ready.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. Woo!
I know it's been such a long time.
You got to hit the super chat button since it's been a long time. Oh, why not?
It's been such a long time.
Welcome back to Wired and Expired,
I know.
episode 5. It's been a couple months.
It's been 3 months. Well, we gotta let the information marinate a little bit. You know, we can't do news anchoring every day.
Well, that soon work schedules and school and all the, you know what I mean, with time scheduling.
A lot of stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of stuff going on. But
we both do enjoy doing this.
Yeah, it's a good time coming up with all the stuff. It's hard, but you know, got to keep going somehow. Even
exactly.
We're a little too inconsistent, but we're trying our best. We're trying our best. So as all of you guys may know, you know, this is election year, and then boy, has it been a week for the United States.
Hasn't been? Yeah. We got our boy Donald Trump over here. He almost got executed. Got shot in the ear, from what I heard.
Shot in the ear. Yep. What was it? Like two? I think the doctor's note that came out, he said it was only an inch or. No, not
about an inch. If his head was tilted more, it would have hit his brain. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it would have hit his ear, then gone through the back of his head and came out.
Well, that too.
So that's what I heard.
Well, that too, and the guy was like practicing for quite a while, I think, for this, and he failed tremendously and got shot right away.
Which I think is absolute dog shit. You're telling me that, like, when I first heard the news, I thought Trump was dead. First off.
I thought so too.
And then because the headlines just said Trump was shot. I'm like, oh, he's fucking dead. And the second one went, I wonder who the shooter is. It's not some highly trained guy. It's not some because that's what I thought. Because all of us as Americans prior to that point was like, oh, the Secret Service is like the top security. Like nothing can,
or the CIA.
Right. Nothing can get past these people. That was at least my thought of what the Secret Service was prior to this.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that it's some 20-year-old kid, younger than me and younger than you,
who graduated. Right?
No, he was 20.
Oh, jeez.
He graduated high school 2 years ago and was just working at a nursing home. How did this guy get past everybody?
People saw him setting up, though. The funny thing is, like, if you see TikTok videos or online, people recording him, and there's like, dude, this guy's like sending a sniper up and stuff, and they're not doing nothing about it. Like the cops like, oh, there's nothing we could do right now. I was like, bro, this man's got a full gun out.
Well, prior to that, the investigation is still ongoing, as probably anyone who's watching knows. The investigation is still ongoing. There is so much that we have to learn about what happened. There's some misinformation going left and right. Some of the stuff we talk about may not be confirmed yet, but it's all things that we have heard. You know, by all means, do your own research. We've done our own, but we're only kind of talking about what we have seen, what we have confirmed is to be true.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys doubt us, please do your own research, because by all means, we can always be wrong. So with that said, from what I've heard is that he was actually there days prior, almost like preparing for it. So from what I've heard, he was there 2 days beforehand, kind of scoping out the landscape and everything.
Drones.
I heard that as well. I heard he had a drone up, you know. And I guess to give a little bit of context for anyone who's watching, when Trump was president in 2020? It was January of 2020, right? He was about to, leave office. And I remember at that time I was in Daytona, and it was the Daytona 500 during that time. And he was actually doing the announcement for the Daytona 500. You know how sometimes they'll select a celebrity to go out and say, start your engines, and everything. And the amount of protection that was there, I couldn't even fathom what was happening. I mean, the school I was going to was built on an airport, so that's already kind of like dangerous enough. So they got all the school buses in the county, and they lined them up around the fence of the airport that had a line of sight for him being on the stage, so that anything coming across the airport can't hit him. They'd have to go through all the glass and probably ricochet and go completely somewhere else. So the fact that they were thinking of that, I saw at least maybe 5 to 6 brigades of vehicles like Cadillac Escalades go through Riddle, basically at Embry-Riddle and Daytona. They have a road that goes through the school. There were so many that went through that you were guessing. You were like, I don't know, that could be him there. Oh, then another brigade, that could be him there. Like there were so many like decoys on where things could be. Like the amount of security was nuts. So to go from that to then go to this is just a simple rally in a field, not even at a Daytona 500 event where there's hundreds of thousands of people there, and then not to mention all the traffic outside, during prime visiting hours. And so when I heard a 20-year-old got past these people simply and had time to get up there, set up, and from what I've heard, there's police that actually took photos of him about an hour prior to the shooting saying, hey, this is a suspicious person. And I saw the interview with him. He actually said, this person is someone that's suspicious, and he was on a channel that went out to everyone. So even police officers, the Secret Service was on the channel. So he said it an hour prior that, hey, someone is in the area is looking very suspicious with a rangefinder. There's a problem. And I also find it a little ironic that the sniper who supposedly took him out was aimed right in that direction. So that tells me he had prior knowledge to it, right? I am by no means a expert on any of that. I'm only saying what I have heard from others who are experts in that field. And just there's so many flags to be brought up that are just something doesn't seem right.
Lots of conspiracy theories too, right?
And I think some of the conspiracy theories were confirmed once the director of the Secret Service came out and said, yeah, that roof wasn't secured. No one was on top of the roof because it was too sloped. And for a moment, I didn't see the picture of the building yet, so I was like, okay, let's take a look. Dude, I'm like what? What would you say is the degree of angle on that roof? Have you seen it?
I've seen parts of it too, but it was literally like he was like a direct, literally like.
No, but did you see the angle of the roof?
I think it was. Yeah, it was like sloped. I think, right?
I want to say like less than 10 degrees from the ground, like in terms of flat and level, probably 10 degrees up. It's like what? Walking up a slow inclining ramp, I'd say. And then when you look at the pictures here, you know what? Let's bring it up for a second. Let's bring it up here.
Yeah, show them.
Yeah, let's bring it up here.
So we get some visuals.
Yeah, let's get some visuals here. Give us 1 second while we pull this up. Trump. Let's see. Trump rally. Philly, right? Was it in Philly?
Yeah.
Yep. So. Yeah. Let's get the image of that if we can get a. Oh wait, no, hold on.
I think it's in Pennsylvania.
Was it in? Okay, hold on.
Is it in Pennsylvania?
Can we get a? I'll try and look for a picture of the shooter, like the counter snipers from the background. I guess this gives you a better. Oh man, where is the? There, perfect photo. Give us 1 second here. We'll set everything up. All right.
Yep. There
so this photo here, if anyone can see it there. So the slope on that thing, on this roof, is way more of an incline than, say, the one that the shooter was actually on. So, I mean, you can kind of see their equipment and how angled up this thing is, right? I would say this is 30 degrees of bank from, this straight and level here. About, say, 30 degrees of bank, like going upwards in terms of angle. And then let's see if we can get. So here's one that's even closer. Again, enough to the point where even, he's on his knee and everything, but I firmly believe you can stand on here and be perfectly fine. I really don't see the issue. And then if you take a look at the building that the shooter was actually on, if I can find one here.
I thought I saw one on top.
Where is it? Was it on top?
I think so. Maybe close. Go up.
Up.
See, there's one right there. And I think there's another one up too.
This one's a simulation. I need like an actual photo of the building. Here.
I thought I saw one.
Okay, so actually, look at that. Perfect. They're standing on it. So here's what also gets me as well when she said the sloped roof thing. If these guys right here are the FBI investigators, if they're able, or security, whoever they may be, if they're able to stand right there just fine, they don't seem like they're having trouble slipping right off. Like, and it's not, and again, the day, it wasn't raining, it wasn't any of that. They're just standing there. So I don't understand what the issue could be in terms of the roof. I think it's just an excuse. I think it's just a fucking excuse. It is point blank. Just, I don't think she has an answer.
I don't either. Yeah, the lady was very confused when she was giving her speech or her statement.
Yeah, and to my knowledge, I think today or yesterday she was in court answering essentially these hard questions. So actually, let's see if we can find the video for that.
Everybody kept roasting her too.
Because what I mean,
what are you doing?
Yeah, because honestly, what are you going to do? I think she needs to resign.
Same thing too with Kamala Harris.
Oh, actually, sorry, it wasn't court; it was a hearing. So, let me see if I can. Let's see. Let me see if I can find the video. It was pretty good. So let's see if I can find this real quick for you guys. Pull it up. Yeah, here. So let me get over to this so you guys can see here. All right. So here, we're gonna play this video for you.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what the next most dangerous site? What was the closest structure to the present, other than the 4 immediate ones that you had your counter sniper teams on?
There are a number of structures around that event site.
You know who the shooter knew? The shooter has visited the site 2 more times than you have, and he had a drone, and he picked the AGR building. So you said, do you remember in an ABC interview you did that you didn't have people on the roof of the AGR building because you were worried about safety because of the slope?
I recall that statement.
Uh-huh.
Does the Secret Service have a written policy you can share with us about slope roofs?
No.
Okay. So what?
No.
Because isn't your practice to comment on enormous events of enormous national implications when you're ignorant of the facts? That's rhetorical. So here's the thing with the slopes. You go all up to like 1812, you can go to 112, which is about as flat as you can get without it being completely flat. And you're saying that there was a danger, safety concern there. But the problem is, Director, you put your counter snipers on a 312 roof, which is steeper than the 112. And by the way, the 112 is ADA compliant. You can build a ramp for a wheelchair on a 112 roof.
For a disability.
So these are nothing but pathetic excuses, and they make no sense, and they're a bunch of cow dung. All the law enforcement I've spoken with over the last 9 days are amazed that the AGR rooftop was not secure. You want to know why? Because it's dangerous.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Okay. There seems to be something sketchy going on.
Somebody messed up.
Well, a lot of people are saying this could be an inside job.
No, I think the Secret Service messed up, and he doesn't have a lot.
I honestly think, because they said they found a remote detonator with him too, with a keypad on it, and I've seen some bomb experts that were in SWAT saying that there's no way this guy could have made this on his own. Like this is beyond complex. Like this has to be manufactured from like someone who really does do this. They looked at the bomb that was in the car apparently that had the detonator synced to it, and he said the chemicals that were, I don't remember the chemicals what they're called because I'm not a scientist. I don't even know how to pronounce them.
But we're not bomb experts either.
Yeah, I'm not bomb expert either. I'm just going off of what the guy said. He said in order to make this kind of bomb, the room has to be within like a couple degrees. If it's too hot or too cold, like it'll detonate right as you try to mix it. So he goes, I mean, the amount of precision needed to make this is incredible. So, and he said to his knowledge, there was no anything found in his house, any storage facility of any kind.
He must have like a hideout or something, or maybe somebody.
I've heard from a few sources that apparently he has overseas bank accounts in his name. He had like 3 to 5 accounts that were overseas. Why the hell do you have overseas bank accounts at 20 years old, 3 to 5 overseas?
Could have been the dark web, maybe.
Maybe I mean, again, this has not been confirmed whatsoever. This is just what I think purely. Because someone said Iran wanted revenge for Trump or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so could have been a link there somewhere. Now, again, there has not been any evidence of it, but I'm willing to bet that there's some kind of wishy-washy going on there.
They did too, and if they were really trying, they really fucked up. So,
well,
whoever's behind it.
My issue is, again, if Trump didn't tilt that little extra, he wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So, again,
he would have probably he could have survived, but probably been brain dead or something too.
A 20-year-old with an AR that went to the range, trained for a little bit, scoped in, went to get a rangefinder day prior, droned it out. How has this guy been able to get this far? And again, if his aim was a little bit better, he would have got him, which is insane. How he would have gotten past all that. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's not some high-trained killer from Russia or
some nerd
from any
guy,
like or any terrorist
guy.
This guy, and from what I've heard from everyone that gave from the nursery home that he worked at to the high school he went to, you know, a lot of people said, yeah, he was a weird guy. He got bullied in high school. I think just like everyone did at some point. Like, you know, he might have been a little oddball because they said he dressed up like in hunting gear whenever he'd go to, you know,
probably had something wrong with him in the head.
Yeah, maybe he looks a little odd individual, but and then they found out he donated to the Democratic Party in 2021, and then it said like 5 or 6 months later he registered to vote as a Republican. So how are you donating to the Democratic Party and then a couple months later now you're Republican? Now, hey, you can change your mind, not a problem with that. But I think he knew what he was doing. He did that on purpose. But
I think so too.
But I don't know. Something doesn't sit right with me about it. And I don't think anyone it's sitting right with anybody right now. I don't think it's sitting right with anybody. And we all know it. We all know it, that there's something else going on behind the scenes with this that needs to come to light at some point. I don't think it will come to light anytime soon. I think it's going to come to light later.
Well, not only that too, and we have that. I think within like the next like, I don't know, after that event, like Biden's now like finally he's like dropped out of the election.
Yeah. So following that, so now we're getting past the assassination part. Now we're getting into Biden had COVID at some point, apparently last week. He said he was good to go. Jill said he was fine. Now he's not. And I'm not going to lie to you. Since Biden announced that he dropped out, we haven't seen him. Where's he at?
Ghost.
Haven't seen him. Is he dead? Because I've seen someone was looking at the document that he posted on Twitter, his letter of recognition, or his letter that he said that he's leaving. They looked at his signature. Someone looked at his signature and said, this signature doesn't look the same as it on previous documents that he has supposedly signed. It looks different. And so obviously I don't think it's actually like handwritten. You know, I don't think any of them are. But it just looks a little different. But I don't think in my personal opinion, I don't think he was fit to serve. Obviously the debate showed that.
And I forgot to what was it when they were all together? I forgot where with all it was like United Nations or something like that. He was giving a speech.
Yeah, he was giving his. He was at NATO.
NATO, that's what it was. NATO. And he fumbled.
He fumbled the bag hard. He said Vice President Trump, and then he goes President Putin to
the stand
to Lizinski.
Yeah,
says, and everyone's what blows
you
my
should
mind.
See his face, the Ukrainian president's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was
what'd
like,
you call me?
He was like,
come on, How do I look like that man?
But here's what frustrates me the most is that everyone starts clapping as if he did a good fucking job. Why is the crowd feeding into this delusion that he's okay? Like, I don't care what your status is. I don't care. Again, I don't care if you're president. If you just called someone we're giving billions of dollars, President Putin, like the level of disrespect. If I was Lazinski, I'd sit there and be like, I ain't going on stage. What's wrong with you? Like, don't call me Putin. What's wrong with like I'd call it out. I'd be like, hey, why'd you just call me Putin? Like, no, like that, like, no, what's wrong with you? Like, but instead, no one called it out. No one said anything. We're all clapping, just like Jill is. Oh, he's doing so well. Like, no, like, what the hell are we doing? Why? Why are we feeding into this delusion that he's okay? He was never okay to fit.
I don't know. He wouldn't last another 4 years. And I really think if he won, we could definitely tell the election's rigged. There's no way.
No, dude. I'm not gonna lie. He probably would pass away in the next 4 years. Like, his state of decline is insane. If you actually look at some videos from 8 years ago, he was pretty good. In 2016, he was good. He could keep up with everyone just fine. Now he can't even like finish sentences, bro.
He's probably getting dementia, maybe, or memory loss, is my guess.
And they want to say I remember like when someone brought that up with, I want to say the Speaker of the House, I want to say, and she's like, no comment, and she like got up and left. And like they keep ignoring that, and I think he has some level. I don't think fully, but he has some level of it. But yeah, Biden's dropping out. He dropped out.
Kamala Harris
now, and he said he wasn't going to endorse Harris. Now he has endorsed Harris.
I wonder why. I guess it's their best pick.
Well, no. Here's the true reason why. If I had to think like I'm a Democrat and put myself in their shoes, you can't use the same money for somebody else. So the money that you have raised for your presidency to run, you can't use it unless they're in your unless they are president, a VP, someone within your administration. If someone's not in your administration, you can't use that money because it's illegal. You can't. So everyone that's donated, all their donors and everything. So if they pick someone other than Harris, they have to now create a new fundraiser to get money,
and they have months away too, bro.
It's less than 100 days away.
Yeah.
So there's no way they could do it. So their only choice was Harris. That was their only option, because if they pick somebody else, they have no money, no funding. So, or they gotta get more. And so I don't think I don't think their donors are willing to do that. Well, which rightfully so. And so I think Harris was the only option. Plus, I think it's for them favorable that she is a woman, and a woman of color at that. But
I think she's Black and Asian, and she'd be like the first, basically the first, woman president if she won, and first
and
Black president too. First Black woman president, but we had Obama. I forgot.
Yeah, but if I looking at numbers and everything, she was less likable than Biden was.
Yeah, she had a low rate.
But I think what's going to happen now, since Biden dropped out, is that they're gonna basically say, well, I'm not voting for Trump because he scares me, and they're gonna end up, going towards her, which is insane to me. Oh, and one other thing, they brought up Project 2025. Harris brought up Project 2025 in one of her speakings. I can't tell you how many times the Trump administration and Trump himself has announced that Project 2025 is not created by him or his administration.
What's Project 2025?
It's like this ridiculous agenda that is saying like, oh, we're going to tax all Americans like 30% of their income and everything. Like it's insane. It is an insane amount of lists, and I see all Democrats using it as a way to attack the Republican Party and Trump himself. But he has said multiple times, this has nothing to do with us. I don't know what's even in it. I don't want to know. And then Trump, when he did his last rally or speaking, he said that it was created by the radical right. So he's saying that, yes, it was created by my party, but not my administration and not by me. And he said, there's radical lefts and there's radical rights. He said the radical right created this and it's not mine. Like, we have said many times, this isn't us. This has no part with me. This nothing. But yet I keep seeing Democrats saying, "Oh, Project 25 is going to kill us. Don't vote for Trump." I'm like, how many times do we have to tell you? Like, it has nothing to do with us. I don't know. So yeah, Biden's out. Harris is in. Will there be a debate? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to do that. I think
that'll be pretty funny.
I think Trump would eat her alive because I've never seen her debate. And actually, no, scratch that. I lied there. I've seen her debate one time during the candidacy race. I've only seen clips. I haven't seen the whole thing, so I could be reading things out of context. But one lady was just going off on her, going off on Harris on the Democratic side whenever they were trying to select a candidate.
Mm-hmm.
From what I heard, she said that Harris threw 1,500 people in jail for a marijuana charge, and then when they were asked about, marijuana in general, she laughed at the question and didn't answer it. And plus, her one job as VP, it was to secure the border, and now look at it; it's a fucking disaster. So, I don't think. And again, I'm not saying this because she is a woman or woman of color. I'm saying this because I don't think she can get the job done correctly.
No, she can't.
I don't.
Horrible.
I don't think so. Your one job was to secure the border. Couldn't handle that. So how the hell are you going to handle anything else?
Trump's the best choice, and Trump's the only choice we have.
And
they don't want to go to WW3. Everybody's going to look at our country. They're not going to respect us.
No, we had a fucking puppet in, and to be honest, I think Harris was calling the shots even when Biden was in office.
I think so too. Biden's was very lost.
I don't think World War III is going to happen.
I think it will.
I mean, why do you think it would happen? Why do you think?
Just look at all the attention that we got. Biden's not a good leader.
No,
Putin's trying to start the USSR back up again, take Ukraine. That's his plan.
Where do you hear that from?
You didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah, he wants to take Ukraine and he wants to make it all combined again, and he wants to he wants to bring back the Soviet Union the way it was before.
I did hear something similar to that. I will say
that's what he wants. China wants to get Thailand so they can go back, and then North Korea, of course, they keep testing rockets, and they're like, we're gonna get South Korea because they want to take South Korea. So,
Yeah, well, no. Did you see China's trying to take Taiwan?
Yeah, did I say Taiwan or Thailand?
No, he said Thailand, I think.
It was the same thing too. Same shit, but yeah.
But no, different. They're different.
I thought it was Thailand. Are you sure it's Taiwan? I thought it was Thailand.
No, it's not Thailand. It's Taiwan because it's an island.
You may want to look that one up.
Yeah, no, it's Taiwan.
I thought it was Thailand.
Yeah, no, it's Taiwan.
China. BRB. Is it Taiwan?
Oh, why China would struggle to invade Taiwan.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sleepy eyes.
It's all good. But yeah, no. I don't think there's going to be a debate between Harris and Trump, even though I think Trump would do very well.
I think we all know the winner.
I think at the end of the day, we all do know who truly is the winner at this point, because and again, looking at the Democratic Party, they lied to everyone. They kept saying Joe's great, good to go. We're going to fully support him no matter what. I remember 3 weeks ago, everyone was saying that, within the Democratic Party, their own people saying Joe said he's good to go and he wants to run, and so he has our full support. There were some people still giving him like, hey, you need to go. And then now all of a sudden everyone turned on him. Everyone, even Obama came in and said, hey, you need to go. And it's like, I thought you said he was good to go just 2 weeks ago. Why is it now that he can't go?
Obama said he's no go. He really said that?
Well, he didn't. I'm not quoting him there. I'm just kind of summarizing. But yeah, he even wanted Biden to go now. But then 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, he said, no, he has my full support. He's good to go. So now it's like, no. So in my personal opinion, I think they threatened him with something in order for him to step down.
Well, he's just not capable of running a country.
He's not. Like, he can't run it now. Shit.
Everybody's finally realized that he can't run the country.
Like, wake up and drink the Kool-Aid, people. Like,
they probably know we're going to be in deep shit if you
Dude, we're already in deep shit. We want 4 more years of this? No.
Yeah.
I can't buy a house. I can't
None of us.
I can barely afford groceries. Gas is $3.40 here, almost $3.50.
Trump said he's going to bring back higher incomes again, and
he actually
be going
proposed
down.
a no tax and just using tariffs instead, how the United States used to do it.
What you want to explain a little bit?
Yeah, so what I heard from him is that, again, this is using what he said. I'm summarizing, I'm not quoting here. He stated that at some point the United States actually the government was purely funded off of tariffs, not the American people being taxed. So, and that did really well for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And again, do your own research just to be sure I'm saying the right things here. But from what I've heard, I believe he said that the United States started going into debt once we switched away from that. So there could, I'm not saying nothing, but there might be a connection or correlation between those two.
Okay.
I think the government might have saw that and seen that, oh, look, hey, we can make a shit ton more money and then just keep using debt as the way to fund everything else that we have been funding this whole time and make us money. Because I find it odd that the past 4 to 5 presidents, their net worth tripled or quadrupled. Obama was worth, I want to say like $800,000 before he went into office. And then when he left, and again, he had 8 years, so there was no break. He's worth 50-something million afterwards. And then Bush, same with Biden, same with everyone before. Trump is the only one who actually almost lost $1 billion in net worth being the president.
Damn.
It was like 7.8 billion he was worth, and then it went down to like 6.3, something around there.
Wow. That too, and he doesn't even have to run. Like, he's got money.
No, dude,
he's rich. He can live wherever he wants. But
the next dollar is not going to change this guy's life. He's the only one so far that has money that he could just piss out. He doesn't even take the salary. To be United States, the president of the United States, you get a salary of $400,000.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't use any of it, and it's been reported every single time. He does not use any of it.
Damn.
Plus, he took a shot for he took a shot for democracy. Let's be honest here. I'm just gonna keep it real here. If I got shot on stage and I was running for presidency, that'd kind of scare me, and I'd be like, hey, you know what? This ain't worth my fucking life. I'm out. And again, maybe I'm young and I don't understand that quite yet, but dude, if he truly wasn't doing it for the love of our country and its people, I think he'd be like, yeah, no, I'm calling it quits. This is nuts. I almost died. Yeah. Again, it did hit him. So, and it's another thing when it flies past you. It's another when it actually hits you. So if he truly wasn't in it to win it and to actually be here for us, he would have dropped out as the next day or maybe in the next couple of days. But instead he said, nah, I'm not going to change a thing. I'm going to keep on going. So to me, no. Mr. Trump, we can't have that shit. So I truly think he's here for us. I think he's shown it from 2016 to 2020. And I think he gets a bad rep because of like the Democrats always use COVID and how that was handled. Our economy was shit. Well, it's a once in a century event. No one is qualified to handle that situation. None. No matter what president was in there, no one knew how to handle it. Maybe the right choice was to stop it and to shut everything down, or maybe it was not. Who knows? But to me, I don't think it's fair to blame someone for something that you had like zero experience in. Zero. And no one had experience because it's a once in a lifetime event. So
interesting.
But yeah, so I think Harris is gonna have a hard time, man. And I think she was a token VP too. She didn't earn it. Like, I don't think she's earned
lots
this.
of rumors and stuff.
Yeah, like I don't think she's
around
earned this. Because show me evidence on paper that she is qualified to be here. Like I don't see it. No evidence. I don't see it. And if there is, show me. I want to see it. but
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't see where she could. They're like, yep, nope, she's gonna make our lives easier. And for a lot of Democrats, I see they like to blame the presidency's, they like to blame their problems on the president. You know, a lot of people, which evil people, by the way, that come out and say that, oh, the shooter was so close. Why did you miss? Those same people
Trolls
have problems and they need help, but they have problems in their life, and they think having
trolls though.
having having Trump in there is going to worsen their problems, or having Biden in there is going to, or Harris is going to solve half their problems. No matter who's in office, you will still have your problems. Whoever is in office will either make it easier or harder for you to solve your problems. Like, for example, if I'm $40,000 in debt, having Trump in there will probably lower my gas bill, lower my insurance, my utility bills, will make life easier for me to get rid of that $40,000 in debt, right? If, let's say, today, if I was $40,000 in debt, gas is high, insurance is higher, everything's just more expensive, so it makes it harder for me to solve my problems, and it keeps me stuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the presidency is all about which candidate will make your life easier and make it easier for you to solve your problems. That's what it is. It is nothing more, nothing less. That's what it is. Now, they have other responsibilities, such as, commander-in-chief, but if we're boiling it down to a pure political and economic standpoint, they are only there to make it easier for you. Again, everyone needs to take accountability for their problems. It makes it easier for you to solve your problems. That's it. That's all it's about. Do you think that's an accurate statement?
I do. I think so.
When any other president, when anyone else was president, I still had the same problems. I remember the day that Trump won the election. I woke up the next day, I still had the same exact problems. It wasn't like the next day all my debt went away, all my
too, and everybody threw roast rap songs about I'm leaving the country if Trump wins. Yeah. And then Kanye West wanted to run, and everybody else wanted to run for president. Oh, excuse me.
So yeah, I think man, this has been a crazy election year. I think this shit's gonna go down in history as like one of the craziest election years ever.
I think so too. It's written in the history books.
Dude, this will definitely be written in history.
For the victor.
I just can't believe that we're fucking living in it. Yeah. Like, we're living in it. So like whenever our kids read this in history, they're gonna be like, how was this? We're gonna be like, it was fucking nuts.
Social media was going crazy. TikTok.
Hell yeah, bro.
Instagram going Facebook, crazy. Reels, Instagram Reels. Like back then it was newspapers and magazine articles. Now it's like the digital era where everybody's filming. Like literally everywhere's filming, drones and
absolutely
everything else.
So we're gonna slowly move to a different topic here. Let's see. So our next topic here, we're only going to have two to try to keep this a little short. Actually, this is more of your field. So
CrowdStrike?
Yeah.
Outreach?
What's going on there? You tell us, Mr. IT. How's it going?
Oh, I am Mr. IT. They call me
Eric the IT
guy. IT was...
Oh, no, it's CrowdStrike.
It's CrowdStrike, yeah.
CrowdStrike.
Yeah, so it looks like Friday morning, CrowdStrike, they're a very big, I think they're like the number one like cybersecurity system out there. And I think they're partnered too with Microsoft, if I'm not mistaken, too, as well. So they're like a multi-billion-dollar company. So a lot of like Microsoft products and companies use CrowdStrike for like their cybersecurity solution system. So basically, from what I read and what I heard, a lot of the airlines went down, banks went down, a lot of Microsoft computers went down. Like a lot of users were trying to log in and they run, CrowdStrike for their company they work for. So they had the blue screen of death, which is called a frowny face saying it wasn't working. And CrowdStrike came out and they said it was like a system issue where it was like an update or something gone wrong. And it caused like hundreds of thousands of airline delays, and so many people were like upset and everything. And the flights are still taking effect actually like right now. Like they're still like trying to recover like so many delayed flights and cancellations. and there's like still like trying to you know what I mean, recover from this incident that happened. But from what I believe, I think CrowdStrike, since they have like a really big reputation in the cybersecurity field, I think that it was a cyber attack and it was not an update issue. Do you think this
message was like a cover up for it?
I think so too. I don't, because AT&T did this before too, because they said, yeah, it was like a software problem we had where the, you know, where the connect. Remember when they went out, the cellular service went out for like 5 hours, and then they later confirmed that it was like a cyber attack. And then it's like the same thing now, because it's like they're trying to cover up something because they're such a big firm, a very big cybersecurity leading in the industry. They just don't want to put themselves as like the big badass company and getting hacked. You know what I mean? Because it's like a big, you know, it's a cybersecurity firm. You're not supposed to get hacked. You know what I mean?
So then, as being in the IT field, so do you think they would have, well, do you think they would have like tested this update? Like, is that something you guys do in the IT world?
I think so too. It's just
like before, because I saw one guy say like, you guys, you know, since obviously they had a ton of customers that affects the whole world.
Millions,
million, probably even a billion, possibly close to that number. So wouldn't they test this before they released this update and saw that it had issues? So is that maybe a reason why you're thinking it's a cybersecurity attack and not like a pure oopsie?
Yeah, because it just doesn't make any sense to me, because from like a little like update or something that got wrong, and it like affected so many users and caused all these problems. It's like kind of like hard, unless somebody really like fucked up doing the update.
Which I mean, do you think that's possible?
Could be a possibility, but just from like previous like attacks and stuff, and how companies love to cover themselves up and make sure it's not like, oh, like we didn't get hacked. You know what I mean? Because MGM and all these big companies, have been hacked.
Yeah. Because I think if they did come out and say that they were hacked, I'd look pretty shit on them, right? You know,
pretty much, yeah. Because they'll lose billions of dollars. You know, I mean, companies are not going to trust them. Like, you know, AT&T users left AT&T after their info got leaked to the dark web. Like, why would you want to trust a company like that?
Right. No,
and you get a sorry message, your email.
Sorry,
your data's been leaked on the dark web. We're not doing nothing to help you about it, but it's like a big middle finger to your face. And the same thing too. Like, a lot of people leave CrowdStrike, their like security system, or cybersecurity system, they'll go somewhere else, and they're gonna lose money.
Right.
They're going to lose customers. I mean, Microsoft's a big billion-dollar company or trillion-dollar company, maybe. But you see, if they pulled out, then, you know, they're going to lose all their money. They're going to start losing their money.
Since you speak about Microsoft, I've seen some people blaming Microsoft. And it was funny, like in the beginning, when the day that it first happened, everyone's like, "Oh, fuck Microsoft! Like, what the fuck?
It's Microsoft's fault."
And I'm like, "No, bro! Like, they're just the biggest supporter for them is Microsoft, so that's why it's so like." A lot of so here's essentially what happened. So if a company has a computer and its running operations system is Windows, right, which is made by Microsoft, and Microsoft has their own security that they hired from CrowdStrike to basically be in their Windows operating system, right, to protect it. So they hired a third party to essentially have their security on Windows. So when you install Windows, especially on business end of things, CrowdStrike is already in.
It's built
into
the image.
So it's not like oh, you have to have a separate application for it. No, like if you just click download Windows 10, congratulations, you also have, you know, CrowdStrike in your computer.
Right.
You just do. It's going to be labeled as something else in there, but that's what it is. That's what they create. It was crazy to see how many companies use this once they went out.
Everybody, every big company firm has this installed.
When you talked about the airlines, so as if anyone didn't know, I'm actually in the aviation industry slightly, flying planes and such. So when we look, there's a video here I'm going to pull up for everyone talking about it real quick. So just look at how many planes went out just because of look at the traffic just suddenly stopped. So the majority of airlines had to stop except for Southwest. Southwest apparently still uses a really, really old system. So they're the only one in Spirit. I think Spirit and Southwest are the only ones that were able to get in and out of flights. Pretty simple, without any complications. But man, seeing some of the Gabe had to go to the bathroom real quick. But seeing some of the applications, like banks, airliners, I mean, just a ridiculous amount of just security. I think they got hacked. That's what I think. I think they got hacked. But man, again, it has been a crazy week for the United States, and I think for everyone around the world. Not only for elections and this CrowdStrike outage, but it's been a crazy week.
Oh, sure has been.
Yeah. So so here, wait. Since you're back here, look at this real quick. Look at this. Look at the traffic once it happened. Look at that. Just dump.
Yeah, so only one, I think Southwest or something was using an old version of Windows, like 3.1 or something like that, and they didn't have any trouble at all, which was pretty funny. Unless they were using such an old Microsoft.
Yeah, it was Southwest and Spirit. They still used the, like very old
the 3.1. It was Microsoft 3.1 or something like that, and they didn't have any problems. So it was really old and very unsecure, but at the same time, just look how funny it was. Like they were straight.
Oh yeah, look. There are no planes going in or out because of the CrowdStrike. Coming in and out, love that. Right? Oh man.
I don't know. It's just, I mean,
wait, what?
I think the biggest like takeaway from this is like just don't be like trusting like AI, especially when it gets bigger. They're like trust like all your info in tech, because just look at this as a prime example. You know,
well, I also think that this is a prime example of why you don't put all your eggs in one basket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because let's say, because I saw one video this guy brought up. He said, "What if the outage was towards our water supply? What if the outage was towards our electric grid?"
Right.
We would all not survive the next probably 10 days.
No. Especially without water, and especially poison the water.
Yeah, the electricity, we could probably last a little bit longer than that, possibly.
Yeah, but people want
water.
People got to shower and stuff too, you know.
Right.
Kids.
No, I mean, you could still shower with like.
Well, I'm just saying
cold water.
If they poisoned, like say if they contaminated the water line, because that happened before.
Well, no, if the water system went out, you know, they can't filter out like sewage and stuff like that, so we would get like poopy water going through here. So,
oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, so there wouldn't be any. Yeah, the water fucking brown. Yeah,
get the gallons, start dumping them on yourself.
So I don't think.
Yeah.
So the guy initially for the CrowdStrike outage, he said, This was dangerous. Like, we just had an outage for the whole world, not just like, or no. What was it? Just the United States that was affected, or was it everyone?
I think anybody was using CrowdStrike.
I think it was anyone that had Microsoft using CrowdStrike.
Yeah.
So airlines, banks. I mean,
banks.
What else? What else?
Airlines. It was banks. A lot of Microsoft users were having problems. I know. I don't know what else. I can't think of anything else. Whatever is pretty much using it. It's more like airports are suffered from it the most.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest like story that like, oh look, no one can travel. I think there were others as well. But so
I know a few users that work there too. It's pretty funny with the memes and stuff that was going on.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that's the wired in for this past week. I know there are other events that happened between our last episode and now, but this is just the most up to date things that we have.
Mm-hmm.
But so now that we got the wired part out of the way, what was keeping us inspired through the week through all this? What would you say? Keeps you trucking through for the United States?
Just keep on pushing forward with my goals, and trying to crush the gym and look for a nice, amazing look at different investment opportunities is pretty much my way that I keep inspiring myself, especially hitting the gym and looking how from a couple months ago until now, it's like a big difference. So I've been inspired by that too, and just been eating a lot more like cleaner and things like that. So
all right,
I've been inspired by the new and improved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of
healthy
course.
Just self-improvement.
Self-improvement, that's great. For me, what has inspired me for the week is when Trump got shot in the ear, and that like a G, he stood up with fist up. Absolutely. What a savage. Like, what an like, seriously, what a gangster. What a top G moment.
Yeah.
Seriously. For you to get, like, again, I'm going to be real here. if any of us got shot, we're going down. Nope, we're done.
We'd
Like,
be looking at ourselves.
yeah,
like,
no, I'd be like, holy shit, I just got shot. Like, no, I would be done. Trump gets shot in the ear, stands up, and he's just like, fuck
fight.
it. You know what I mean? Like,
He's fight.
that is such wow. Like,
I'm
damn,
surprised
bro.
they even allowed him to do that. Like after getting shot. Well, they
well,
killed
you
the
heard,
guy
you
right
heard him
away.
on the mic. He was like, wait, I gotta get my shoes. Like, what, bro? You just shot, and you know there's blood coming down your face. Let me get my shoes. What?
Yeah,
Dude,
I mean,
that is insane. That is insane.
but
Bro.
they killed that guy like literally like right away after they shot him.
After I want to say like 3 to 5 shots went off, and then
yeah, they shot him right in the head.
dude, which yeah, man. So that's what's been keeping me inspired lately.
So that guy put it. I don't know.
Because listen,
Imagine if he escaped after that.
oh dude, if he escaped, there's
I don't think there's no plan to escape.
He would. I think the bomb was like a plan B, but
yeah.
But what's keeping me inspired is that hey, you know, there's someone out there that actually wants to fight for the United States, that wants us to, you know, do better,
Yeah.
just be better.
Have better lives and
Better
make
lives.
everything affordable. Interest rates come down a lot. You know what I mean?
I don't think he's gonna. Again, I don't think he can solve every problem.
Well,
Yes, I don't think anyone can do it, but
he'll make things more affordable.
he'll make things better, to my knowledge, because he's given us evidence that he's done that before. But again, staying on the inspired side,
not political.
yeah, just staying on the right. Staying on the inspired side is seeing him do that really put some patriotism into me.
Patriotism.
You know, it makes me like proud to want to be here.
Be a
not
proud
that
American.
I wasn't before. Just it makes me more proud to, you know,
Be an American.
to be in the United States. Like
Be American.
that's like wow, like what a leader. You know, like what a leader. And then so yeah, that's what's really been, at least this week, that has definitely been the talk of the town, and definitely me like, wow, yeah, no, I want the United States to be like that.
Right.
You know, like whatever, like his aura is crazy. You know, like I can't even. Whoever's the script writers for 2024, oh my
Right.
God, whoever it is, like, damn, man, this was not on my bingo card for sure.
I don't know that too. And the Simpsons have like predicted a lot of stuff too with Trump.
Yeah.
If you ever noticed that?
Yeah, I've noticed that for sure. I think a lot of people have, but man,
It's really weird.
but yeah, no, that's the wired and inspired for this episode.
Yeah, I think
just a wild time.
that too, and I think on Wednesday I'll be doing a podcast too. It'll just be myself. Justin won't be here. He'll be at work, unfortunately.
Gotta be at work, guys. Gotta get that money going.
Right.
Of
But I'm
course.
gonna have a guest, and I'll have him come and talk on how his success from 0 to almost 6 figures. So
Wow, really?
yeah.
Look at that.
So we'll give out the sauce, and this will be
Give out the
completely
sauce.
free. No pay. No paid.
Hey, you got paid
walls,
for Hustlers
no
University.
nothing.
You can't be like that.
Nah. So it should be nice, but I think that's
Well,
all for this episode.
That kind of concludes everything. If you guys have any questions, by all means, or if you want us to talk about things that you want to hear, please let us know. Comment about them. Say what you want us to talk about. Because we do this honestly for us to have fun, but we also want you guys to listen to us because of what you guys want to hear. So if you guys have any suggestions, by all means, put them down in the comments if you want to. But yeah,
Absolutely.
this concludes this